Now, Mom. All right, guys, Alex here again from Extreme Customs and Tire Reps, bringing you yet another vehicle that's come through our doors. Now, this one's a little bit different. We didn't do all the work on it, so I kind of want to just give you guys a breakdown of what's all been done, throw some credit to the customer who actually performed a lot of the work himself, and then just show you the few things that we did to kind of get this build completed and wrapped up. So it's a 1965 Chevy Malibu SS. And actually up until 18 months ago, this car actually sat in a shop for over 30 years. Kind of has a cool backstory as far as how the owner got it. The original owner actually lost it. So about 18 months ago, this car became a new project for one of our customers. And he actually went through the whole thing, did a frame off restoration. And so just give you a quick breakdown, we'll go through the front. So on the front, he had to go upgraded with the LED blue halo headlights, just because for some reason, you know, in 1965, they didn't come up with this idea. But in 2017, it's pretty much like the coolest thing I think you could do to the front end of one of these things. And then taking it around to the side, we ended up putting the wheels on it. So sitting right now, it's got torque thrust 2 17x7 and 17x8 in the rear. Now the front's gonna be a +0 and the rears are gonna be a +8. And the tires right now are gonna be a set of Continental Extreme Contact 235/45s in the front and 255/45s in the rear. Now they sit pretty nice, and just talking to the customer before, he actually lowered it 2 inches in the front and 1 inch in the rear, just to allow that rear tire to tuck pretty nice. And I mean, it's tucking the chrome just like we did on that Dart not too long ago. So when this one came in, I really wanted to show you guys, you know, some of the cooler things that do come through the shop. You know, if you guys want to see the inside, I mean, the reason we thought this thing was so cool is because you don't always see them this clean. Customer went through, I mean, he did new floor pans. I mean, the only things original on the body right now still is going to be the roof here and these pillars. Other than that, it's got new fenders, new hood. He skinned the quarters and put new quarters in, remade the wheel wells, put new trunk pan in, and then actually painted this thing on the bottom side too. So it was a frame off, you know, not maybe a rotisserie style restoration, but he had the frame was bead blasted and then it was epoxied. And then he actually had the underside of the body painted, the original 65 blue that came in that year. But after painting the bottom, he didn't really like the paint as much as he thought he was. So then he decided to actually change it to the 1966 Marina blue that came with the Chevelle option of that year. And I mean, I think that blue really set this thing off. One of the other things we did a couple weeks back too is we did a 30% tint all the way around the vehicle, just to kind of tie in the whole retro new theme and really just darken up the look a little bit when it's parked. So I mean, all in all, we did the tint and the tires, and we just performed an alignment this morning because we wanted to make sure that he got the longest amount of life out of the tires we just put on. But other than that, I mean, it's a beautiful machine that he's given us the privilege to work on. Pop the hood here, you guys can take a peek at how beautiful this thing actually looks. So that's gonna be the factory 327. It's got a set of 202 heads on it with the Corvette valve covers. Obviously the Autobrock Performer air cleaner on it, chrome alternator. I mean, everything's new on this thing. He didn't cut any corners or spare any expense, you know, as far as the build goes, and you can really tell. I mean, the quality is on par with what we put out here. So, you know, when we see something as clean as this, we want to show you guys kind of the excitement that we get out of it. I still can't get over how clean the interior is on this thing. You don't find them stick that often anymore either. It's got the factory 4-speed in it. The customer's talking, he might change that out because first and third are kind of a pain to get into, but it's one of those cars that it's just one of the things that gives a character, I guess, when you're driving it around. So yeah, 1965 Malibu SS, freshly out of Extreme Customs. Be sure to call, click, or stop in for any info on any builds that you guys would like to have done. So we'll see you at the next build. Been on the warehouse for days slaving, get the opportunity to make a video about a cool car. We'll take it. Be sure to stay tuned if you're still filming, Kevin, because we got some cool ones coming here in the next couple weeks. Some newer stuff. Maybe we've been showing you guys the old school. We'll check out the new school here in the next week or two. We'll be bringing you some badass videos. All right, we gotta get back to work.